And
And
we're
we're
live.
rolling.
We're live. And hey, everybody, welcome to the Weekend Hangover. Really special guest today. Very stoked to have my friend Chris Beddingfield. Met him, 8 years ago. Coming
Years
up.
ago.
So, yeah, 2017 GNF.
Man.
Very nice gentleman. Has been around the paddock for a while. Really stoked to have you. We got a lot to talk about today, like a lot. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get into it. We're gonna roll with Dustin's weekend at COTA with the
Oh my
COTA
God. The COTA boys. Yeah, like I've got this group of dumb misfits that get together every year and make road trips to some crazy track adventure. And this year I kind of drew the short straw, so I ended up being the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Texas is one of those states that just keeps on going, dude. Like, oh my God. And when they say everything's bigger in Texas, I mean, I got to a hotel room Thursday night, and there was a grasshopper on the door, like size of my fist. I was like, what in the hell is that thing?
You need the assault gun.
Yeah. So some of the things that you notice in Texas right away, something's weird when you pay $2 something a gallon for diesel.
Yeah, buddy.
Like that's really something. you know. And I see John Righty in the chats talking about my shirt, and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, we went out to Ride Smart. Spent a couple of days out there wreaking havoc or whatever. I was on a 2025 stock Yamaha R1, like full on lights, mirrors, horn, the whole bit, right? And had a great time. Burned up some tires, burned up a bunch of gas, and pretty much the same for all of us except for one of my guys. His R1 caught fire. So brand new, first weekend out on the thing and torched the thing. Oh, heartbreaking.
Terrible.
But yeah, we had a great time. Loaded up, drove all night again, came back, didn't get home till like 8 o'clock last night. So
Oof. And got to hang out with our boy Caleb DeCarroll.
Yeah, dude. Caleb was there. Kayla Yakov. I got to hang with her quite a bit. And you know what, man? It was a good time. Talking to Tony Miller, he's one of their guys there, and kind of hanging out with some of the instructors there. They're Motor America Twins Cup guys and stuff like that. Super fun. So, yeah, there you go.
Mike Kopalas is piping up in there.
Oh,
does he
goodness,
smell bacon? Oh, is he talking about? Oh, because he's the police, huh?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
We got 5-0 in the show.
Absolutely.
Like he's gonna tell us all about the old school police screen tests.
Right.
No?
Yeah, phone books, and that type stuff.
Yeah.
Use it as a confession tool.
Okay.
So and just for everybody to know, at the end of our conversation, at the end of the show, we're going to talk about control riders and how to look for douchebags. So,
oh my God, how you mean like if you're a control rider, like the signs that you're a douchebag? Is that?
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna do that at the end of the show. Okay. So definitely stick around and hype up all your best control rider stories that crash in front of you or whatever. So
take you out.
I think High Rev Trev is possibly on that list. I don't know.
Is High Rev Trev one of those D-bag control rider guys? I wouldn't doubt it, dude. I wouldn't put it past him. You know what I mean? I mean, look at him. Right? Like you've met him, right? Looks like Mr. Incredible and stuff. Like
he does. All right, so Chris, please introduce yourself to our fans and tell us about your story, and then go into what we discussed about.
Absolutely. So again, Chris Beddingfield. I am so blessed and excited and lucky and thankful that you guys invited me on, and just glad to be here. But been around Moto America even earlier, before Moto America, as a crew member for since 2011, 2012. I started as a crew member, worked with a whole array of riders and 600s and the Twins Cup and a few different things. We're a Southeast guy in the Twins myself, riding that. Been a sworn law enforcement officer for about 36 years. I'm one of those guys that's Copolos gives me a hard time. He says I'm like the gift that keeps giving. You're supposed to retire at 30 years. I keep working. I don't have an identity, so I got to do something. So done that for a long time. Emergency services, I started it as a volunteer fireman even before that. So I got like 41 years in emergency services.
Oh my goodness.
And again, it's I need to quit sometime. I mean, but hey, it's you got to do something. I can't just travel around the world going to racetrack to racetrack like some people do. Lose sleep. You got to have a job and make some income. Tires are expensive.
Why do I feel attacked right now?
Well, hey, I mean, that's
Man.
Ricky Bobby made that plan up. We were going to gang up on you somehow here when he invited me.
I would not doubt that. Right. Man.
Right. For sure. So just, I guess leading into my idea of things that I was talking about is it really humbled me and it really hit me hard with the Hurricane Helene situation this time last year.
Okay.
I am in Western North Carolina. The area was decimated. We're still picking up the pieces now. We're still cleaning up debris. We still have vacant houses. I think it was well over 100 lives lost in my area. Still a lot of stuff going on there, but horrible times. But I was having a conversation with Ricky Bobby there, and he, I'll give him a shout out. He was one of the first people to reach out to me, and we were talking about this. I'm in a disaster area with just death and destruction everywhere you can see it. And I had people from the racing community and the racing family reaching out to me before other emergency services agencies.
Oh, man.
It just really hit me how close of a tight-knit group we are. That racetrack family, you're connected to them as much or more than your blood family. I had Ricky Bobby reaching out to me, offering resources with his connections, trying to get us food, water, supplies, that type stuff. Kathy Price from Kathy and Carl Price. Kathy was reaching out to me. What can we do? What can we do to help? First and foremost, are you okay? What's going on there? It goes on and on and on. Shane Hobgood from the Midwest is texting me. Are y'all good? What can I send you? I'm a technology guy. What do you need?
Right.
Daniel Goodnight out towards Raleigh's way is reaching out. What can I do? Can we get you water? Can we get you food? Can we get you generators? Can we get you all these supplies? So it just really humbled me and made me realize how tight knit of a group the racing community is. I mean, it's just amazing. It's a true family. And think about sometimes when we have the challenge.
I'd say it's a dysfunctional family.
Oh, for sure. Misfits.
Right?
You used that term earlier. There's some of y'all I would claim in public. Some of you I wouldn't. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Oh, 100%.
For sure. Right. But again, those connections and the relationships there from the track that transfer over are just phenomenal, amazing, supportive, any word you can think, humbling. So appreciative of that. But just amazing, the family atmosphere and how people reach out to help you outside of the racetrack when things are going on.
Yeah, I feel that. That totally makes sense. Yeah, at least you got so much help from the government, right?
Oh, yeah. Dude, we could do a whole show on the horror stories of the Appalachia mafia standing up to federal people coming through to do inspections. We could it was crazy. But I don't want to get off into political.
You don't want to get in the weeds.
Yeah, for sure. So it was definitely interesting, and the lack of support from the people you think would support you was pretty telling.
Yeah,
for sure.
That seems like something that's happened a lot everywhere, you know. I mean, out here in California, you know, we had those wildfires that just decimated SoCal. And you know, the people for the most part lost everything, lost their you know, everything, and it doesn't seem like they're getting it back, you know. So they're not getting any help. There's rebuilding is not really happening. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
You know, we're still dealing with that. We've got a lot of vacant buildings still, a lot of vacant houses, commercial buildings, and you talk to these folks, business owners that are really challenged and upset. They're like, my insurance denied my claim because they said I didn't have flood insurance. FEMA and the federal government denied my claim because it didn't meet a certain criteria. You've got people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in stuff, and they're getting zero return to rebuild and get back going again. So it's tragic. And I surely don't know what the answer is, but there seems to be a disconnect somewhere of getting folks the help they need to get back off the ground and get going.
Wow, man. Well, good on you for, you know, helping everybody in that. And even though you're part of the victim of that as well, you know, it's kind of crazy, you know, seeing people flying supplies in, you know, like that YouTube guy, Cletus McFarland, that dude like has his own helicopter and stuff. And like,
Greg Biffle.
Greg, the NASCAR guy.
The NASCAR dude. Yeah, that's right.
Well, and then you had all the, you know, the country singers come together, Eric Church and those folks that were from North Carolina, doing concerts, benefits, trying to get the money in, actually paying for
did some of that money actually get to the victims?
My understanding is yes, that there were a lot of people who had no home left at all, and they were bringing in tiny houses and temporary housing, and they were footing the bill for that, and getting people temporary shelter and even permanent shelter. So when the people that were supposed to be helping were not, somebody stepped up and made it happen. So
wow,
sure.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's such a tragic story, but you know,
and you're seeing it kind of that story. You're seeing that pop up. I mean, truthfully, like there's been tragic stuff like that in our country basically since Katrina, even like
for sure.
20 years ago, the Katrina thing happened, and you know, there's been several pretty massive natural disasters in our country since then, and it seems like everywhere those natural disasters have happened, like it's still like you go to, I mean, I'm sure if you go to parts of Louisiana, it's still pretty apparent that Katrina's, you know, the rebuild never occurred, you know? So
correct. Yeah. So, and even with us, I don't know, you know, being in rural Western North Carolina in a forestry type area, I mean, it almost looks like a desert in places now. Those trees will never come back. I mean, it's never going to fully recover, you know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, dude.
For sure. And I don't want to bring a somber mood on the
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, we're a motorbike show talking about natural disasters, right?
Hey, you know, race tires are expensive. You know, I need the federal government to help me out and get some race tires going, and
you know,
travel money. It ain't cheap, you know. So
if we could just get the EBT card to be able to buy tires, I think we'd be good.
I think that's what we need to work towards for sure.
Yeah, you can finance it on a firm.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, we've got track day people for like a $250 track day. They like register for their track day on a firm. And it's like, you know, I'm all about helping people make poor financial decisions, right?
Yeah.
You know. So tires are more important. You got to add the in there, Alan. So
well, thank you so much. Really appreciate you sharing that awesome story. You know, for me, it was no questions asked. I had a buddy who was looking to fly helicopters in, and he had a whole fleet of them. Buddies that he got together with all the Robinsons and said, "Hey, do you know anybody up there?" I said, "Hey, I actually do." So was awesome. So, to turn tragedy into positive note, I think we can start talking about Jorge Martin and his epic comeback GP race from 16th to 4th, which was ridiculous. I think that's the one major note out of the GP, because we have a lot of news to talk about, and I think that is a big statement for
I kind of took a nap watching GP anyway, man. Like once Marquez gets by lap 5, it's like, oh, let's see how big the gap's gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Daniela is winning any money this season.
No.
No.
Or
Chunky Buns is not winning this season. So hopefully she banked up enough of those wins in the bets from the last several years.
Yeah, and it was, and the Moto2 race was great. Battling all the way to the end, and having David Alonso win, and it just seemed like all the 3 dudes that won the races were all, it was Marquez and his 2 little buddies. So
and full contact racing in Moto3.
Yep.
Well, dude, full contact racing in MotoGP too.
Yeah, off the start,
Like, what do you guys think of that track? On TV, it looks like a go-kart track, dude.
It's too tight.
Like, are they racing at K1 speed, dude? Like, what the hell?
It's ridiculously tight. I thought it was bad with World Superbike. Yeah. Like, they were having a hard time getting around there.
I mean, the thing that's gnarly about it is it has those, like, back and forth. So it's like, if you have an off going on the way into the first one, your bike crosses the track into the path of the riders going through the next one.
Yep.
So I don't know who made the call to go back to that place, but whoever that is, that guy should be fired.
that brings up the question of when they come with the 850s in a year and a half, that Brad Binder's crash is going to be like a multiple occurrences because of how fast they're going to be going through those corners, because we all know what happened back in 2000.
Quadraro, right?
Yeah.
All those dudes. I mean, everybody lost the front.
I mean, it was crazy. I was at COTA, and I was seeing the little action video where Acosta's bike jumped up and high-fived the camera.
Yeah.
That was pretty nuts.
That was way nuts. And he definitely gave that dude some love at the end of the GP from the second place. He gave the old heart to the guy, and the guy was waving back. It was pretty funny.
It's like, did you get that?
Yeah.
That's the classic did you get that shot, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I think Jorge's definitely, you could tell, the thing I picked up on that was his reaction and engagement with his crew and everybody. You could tell whatever was going on 3 months ago, gone.
It's over with.
Really?
It's over with.
Yeah.
And he's starting to believe in himself and the bike and the team around him and the bike, and that relationship has been repaired. No, not Acosta. Jorge
Martin. The dude's got a job to do. I mean,
it looked like a win. They were celebrating, and I mean, the 4th place was a win. And how often do we talk about racing and the mental aspect of it and your mindset? And you could see it. It's like Ricky Bobby's saying, you could see them connecting of, hey, this is okay, this is good, we're together, we're making this happen. If he could get a qualifying run and start up front, I think he would be, I don't know that he would be with Marquez, but he's going to be up there close fighting for the podium.
Right. I mean, you know what? It's like one of those things where, this sport's very results driven, right? And this guy he's a professional. He knows he's, and he knows the fact that in this sport, you could go from hero to zero overnight. And you can see he's got a big number 1 on his bike. And, he's had probably one of the worst seasons that the champ could have. Right. But like, if he kept doing that negative bullshit, like, his marketability goes way down. Like, who knows? The guy could be in Motor America next year. You know what I mean? So, so riding a bagger. So
I'd be curious of the stat with every person that ran a number one in the modern GP era, how long did that championship run last?
Right.
It's like it's jinxed.
I mean, you look at Pecco, Pecco, he's kind of gone from hero to zero as well, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's like, dude, what's going to happen to that guy? Like, how long is his ride going to accept that their former champ is sucking?
Yeah.
Right. But then again, Morbidelli still has a job, so.
Goodnight makes a very good point. Pecco could race in Superbike Cup, which I think for our next conversation.
Goodnight probably give him a bike, right?
Yeah, I mean, Daniel's got a BMW. He could probably throw Pecco and he would do pretty good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. So
I think so.
Yeah. So let's talk SillySeason stuff, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around. There's the Ducati seat in World Superbike. There's a shift to Barney. Like musical chairs is happening. Johnny Ray's retiring. It looks like Jack Miller's gonna stay in GP on that Pramac pile. So, you know what I mean? Like, good on Jack though. Like, I mean, the dude's.
What? Okay, Chris, I got a question. How do you think the vibe is going to be at Pramac now that they got two major personalities with Toprak and Jack Miller?
Oh, that's going to be interesting. But
party time
again. You never, I don't know those guys personally. I can only go on what I see at the track and on social media and that type of stuff. They both are large personalities, but they seem to get along well with others. There's not always this, closing the curtain and we're not going to have anything to do with them. They're both seem to be very personable. So I think it can work as long as they don't like run into each other on the track or something. That always goes south. But I think with their personalities, I think it'll be fine. That's great. Cool stuff.
I'm gonna nickname that the Vibe Team.
There you go.
Because those dudes are gonna be vibing the whole time. Like
I don't know. I mean, what's the over under on how well Toprak's gonna do in GP right off the bat?
Well, tires. He's going to have to let those tires. That tire change is always you're going from brand to brand is always a challenge.
I think you're going to Pirelli, right?
Right, but we still got. There's
1 year.
1 year. So that 1 year is going to be a learning curve, and it's going to change.
Yeah,
and he'll go back to Pirelli, but it'll be interesting to see for sure.
I don't want to underestimate Toprak, but I also know that's a hell of a jump.
Yes.
But then again, World Superbike is pretty gnarly right now. So we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely see. Yeah. How do we get talking about the end of stock 1,000? Guys, calm down. We're going to get there, man.
Change is inevitable.
You got to have some foreplay first, man. Damn, dude.
Warm it up.
Yeah. And the other thing with the SillySeason stuff, obviously, Johnny Ray's retirement. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. The dude is, he's kind of getting up there. He's kind of had a decline for a while. He knows it. He sees it. He feels it. I mean, I don't know if there's more to the story or whatever, but I mean, I don't think there's any surprise there. No,
he laid it all out. He laid it all out in his video. It was a very good video, and the outpouring of just all the really great notes that went out on social media, mainly on my Instagram, but like everybody was just telling stories about it. They were posting Johnny Ray's top performances. Subbing for Casey Stoner was like a 7th and an 8th on the Honda. Yeah. I think, he said it. He goes, "I'm here to win." And that's just not in the cards anymore. And I'm done. Like, that's it.
We got to hang with him at Laguna 1 year when the America World Superbike combo, where they had a, for lack of a better term, an after party. I think it's the Turn 9 Club or something. It's a bar and grill. But myself, Curtis Murray, Brandon Cole, we were hanging out with Johnny Ray right there. I mean, it was like I was totally trying not to cheese and sneak selfies and stuff, but very laid back guy, super nice, easy to talk to, really good dude. And I think a lot of times we reap what we sow. I mean, he's a good guy.
Right.
He's doing the right things, and therefore he has people speak highly of him, and he does well. You know, he's not.
Who's going to take that seat, do you think, Chris?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Miguel?
I mean, maybe, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Right?
I guess so.
That'd be a bad ride for Miguel. I think he would be pretty good on that bike.
Right. Right.
I mean, I think so. I don't know.
Whatever, man. Like, what's the next subject, dude? GP, Napfest. What? Yeah, Fong. Come on, man. Don't take Fong from us.
No, well, I mean, we got to talk about Iker and the Ducati seat and that announcement. That was, I actually think he's going to do pretty well at Ducati.
Yeah.
I think he was on the bus on the Honda, and he's going to jump on that Duck, and he's going to be like, whoa, this is a great bike. I can go fast on it.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody that's riding that Ducati, I mean, even the private bikes are legit fast. So, you know, wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, if he's right there, you know. And the guy's done a good job on that Honda thing. So, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no, he's done really good on the Honda. Has had a couple bad incidents that kind of put him back on the injury list and all that stuff. But I think, Gonzalez, Manu Gonzalez is sticking around in Moto2. Canette's sticking around in Moto2, which I was hoping he'd go to the Beamer or, right team.
I'd like to see that dude scrapping it up in Superbike, you know?
Jake Dixon's lost his seat, so that's another open one to go to World Superbike. He'd be good. He was great on big bikes in BSB. So, you know, and he's got the stature. It's not like he's a little mini guy.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, those guys, do you think they're going to just wrap their careers in Moto2 and be done? Or what do you think?
Just depends, man.
Go ahead, Ricky. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying it just depends.
I mean, I think everybody is so focused on that coveted GP seat that they want to stay in that series, traveling those tracks around those people, hoping to make that level jump to the GP.
They're like in the friend zone.
Absolutely. You know, and I don't know salary comparison from a Moto2 to a good world Superbike.
If there's a salary.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably
what do you mean salary?
Yeah,
you mean these guys get paid?
No. You know,
right?
Endorsements, man. Endorsements. Isn't that where it's at? You know, like the Alpine Stars ride? No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, when Melandri was doing Superbike and we were talking to him to ride the attack bike, before JD rode the thing, I had kind of a verbal agreement for Marco to come over here and run the Superbike. And dude, you'd be surprised how much those dudes in World Superbike make for gear and stuff. Like his helmet money and his leathers money was just ridiculous, dude. Right. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, wow, bro. So, I mean, that's, you know, the endorsement deal is a real deal over there, I guess. So
I think so. I mean, you're obviously, like we're joking of they get paid. They've got to make money somewhere. I mean, you know, you got to have something coming in to risk your life, even though some of us pay to do it for free, you know, but at a level, so.
Right.
But for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think that's the goal, where people focus on that GP seat and they think they've got to stay in that same circus with the same people with the same travel and overlook the World Superbike stuff. So.
All right. So the news is that Jake Dixon is expected to take one seat at Factory Honda. Stefano Manzi is moving up to
Factory Honda MotoGP?
No. World Superbike.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Stefano Manzi moves up to GRT team, and it looks like Michael Vandermark's out at BMW, so that's one open seat next to Petrucci, and that's all that's really there. I'm just going through the news. So, yeah, it's going to be wild, dude. Next season's going to be wild. I love it. It's good because then you get all these fresh faces and new, all kinds of stuff, and then like it's like the chessboard gets completely rearranged, and now it's like
right, yeah, like what's happening in Motor America Stock 1000, right?
Right, and how High Rev Trev moving. Yeah, High Rev Trev is going to start having to do baggers on a Gold Wing.
You know what, dude? I mean, I thought he was gonna. I thought he was just gonna strip the fairings off his Honda, making it upright bars bike and race hooligans.
Ooh,
right? No.
Well, he's just got to knock a cylinder off. It's like how they did that, like
the triple. Yeah.
Triple triple. Yep. Yeah. That R6.
The AFM
cylinder.
Weird class. Yeah. So. Okay, so Stock 1000, they made the announcement, and who read the rules?
Oh, you read the rules?
Yeah, bro.
You can juice up the bike.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Like, I mean, it looks like, I mean, I'm no mechanic or anything, but it looks like you can run stacks, cams, certain bikes. You know, on certain bikes you get that, and then on the R1s you get connecting rods and pistons that are in some kind of list that you can run. There's a few other things as well, but you know, engine pretty much stays pretty stocker engine kind of thing, just like it is now.
What about swing arm?
I don't think swing arm. Think swing arm. I'd have to check the rules more, but as I was reading them, I was like, that's interesting. And you know, I talked to the skipper on that, you know, talked to Stamboli about it. He was been busy the last couple of days, but yeah, I mean, there's a thing, there's a cams can go on the R1, the ZX10 and the GSXR. And the reason why is because the BMWs just have so much, and the Honda actually has so much more power than those bikes. And they're doing balancing stuff, right? As far as the chassis goes, just kind of scroll in, just find chassis.
You can use a link according to Coppolis. So
the what?
A link,
right?
According to Coppolis.
Yeah, and you know, it's like some data stuff and CAN bus stuff. There's like a few things that you can modify here and there, but the original chassis includes, you can do adjustable inserts for engine mounting. They must stay in the homologated positions. So if your bike comes with adjustable pivot inserts, you know, they have to stay how they came. If it's got different inserts and bearings for the steering stem, it also must stay in the homologated position. So it's not like they're not. The original chassis includes adjustable inserts for the swing arm. Same thing. So it's not like I don't think
not as juiced up as we thought.
Right. So I mean, the only thing is, it looks like they're going to take because the qualifying rules, I'm suspecting, aren't going to change. So what's going to happen is, all it's going to do is just ditch the clubbies, you know. So I'm looking at it like this. This is my perspective. This is my opinion. This is not the opinion of the show. But my opinion is
Yamaha progressive.
No, dude. No, because Richard might have another opinion as well. But my opinion of this is, you know, Moto America is our professional series here in the United States. No questions asked. Like, that is the professional series. And I look at a professional series, like, people pay to go see that, right? Or they should be paying to go see that. And it's a professional series. It should be hard. Like, you don't go to, you know, the Formula One race and see old Sally out there competing in a station wagon, dude. Like, that's just not happening. So it's going to eliminate the bucket list guys. You know, it's bad for them. But truthfully, dude, those people that are bucket list types, hooligans, if they want to go nationaling, you could do the entry level national series instead of trying to play around in the big boy class. If you can't qualify for that, it should
Twins Cup.
Twins Cup.
Twins Cup. Dude, Twins Cup is no BS though. That's like a
No.
nuclear arms race class.
Dude, I'm telling you, the top 5 in that class are smoking, and it makes it tough to qualify on the back end, depending on how many people are there. So
Right.
it's a challenge too,
So there's some positives and negatives. I mean, on the one side, the positive is that those stock 1,000 dudes are going to get to race every round. Instead of being like a side thing, hoping they get this round. Oh shit, I don't get to go to Laguna this time, or oh, you know what? I wish I could go to that round, but stock 1,000's not running that one. So on the one hand, because it costs the same to build a bike, whether it's for 5 races or for 9 weekends or whatever, right? So they're going to get to do all the rounds. I think that's a positive thing there. I think the positive stays that it's going to be like Superbike Cup used to be, where those guys go and they're going to get the podium within the podium, right? So like you're going to get the recognition, all that stuff. And what happens to the TV time that the top 5s get in stock 1,000? Yeah, so you know what? That's Moto America is going to have to work on making that TV time right, to make sure that these guys that are in there scrapping and putting the work together, those guys can get the recognition they need and deserve. So there's that. I think the cons could be that they don't and I would say there's some people that maybe don't want to see the change, and maybe some people think that stock 1,000, they think that Superbike is dying and they're doing this to prop up Superbike, and there may be some validity there too. I mean, I've seen a lot of people shitting themselves over it, and the reality is it's a professional series and it should be hard, and I stand by that. I even hit up a good friend of ours, crewman for one of the Motor America teams, also known as Jeremy motherfucking Toy. It's this show, so right. So Toy, yeah, I asked him what his thoughts were, and he says there's too many pros and cons. The bottom line is he thinks the class actually has some decent racing right now. And he's like, why screw it up to make it a filler class for Superbike just to make the grid look bigger? And I saw a comment similar to that in the chat. I think Mr. Goodnight said something similar. So, I mean, I don't think Jeremy's alone there. What do you guys think?
I hear that. That's what you always hear, is the lack of number of bikes in the Superbike class, where they want a bigger grid. But then, who can afford to go Superbike racing with all the modifications, what you've got to do, what it takes to run at the top of the Superbike class. So you always hear that they want a bigger grid. They want a bigger grid. They want a bigger grid. I don't know if that's the reason. I think that may be an assumption, that Moto America wants a bigger grid for TV, for entertainment, for the spectator. They want more bikes on the grid to see. I'll flip that as a little bit of a negative. So people who are not motorcycle racers, that are motorcycle enthusiasts that want to watch the races, I hear them get confused when there's a race within a race. Why is there a second race inside the main race? It doesn't make sense to them. Who's winning? Oh, wait a minute. One guy's winning the race in the race, and one guy's winning the race. It gets really confusing to the general spectator.
Right.
If we're trying to draw lay people from outside the motorcycling world into it, try to make it easier to understand. They understand there's one winner and there's one podium.
Right.
So that's a challenge too, So I don't know the reason, if it's a bigger grid size, what it is, but I think it's going to be pros and cons no matter how you look at it, good and bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of question. Mr. Goodnight's bringing it up in the chat too. There's a lot of discussion about how the contingency stuff's going to be paid and that sort of thing. I mean, it's like you look at Hayden Gillen last year, you look at JD Beach this year. I don't know what the money situation is now that they've got Big Red on their side, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right. They're hauling their shit around in Big Red. So, like I don't know what their situation is, but there's a lot of guys that bought Hondas. They went out and bought the Hondas because of the money. And, are they going to continue doing contingency for dudes that are winning or whatever in the Superbike Cup class now, or like how is that going to work? And truthfully, it's still early days, but hopefully Moto America steps up and addresses that stuff because, I mean, they've got a crisis on their hands if that stuff doesn't pan out.
Yeah. Well, and I think personally, just this is my opinion. I think that they are making room for more bagger and hooligans rounds. And that is because they've got a bunch of money behind them. And now you got the global bagger league or whatever they're going to GP. So that's a big thing. So, there's just going to be more people into it. And the baggers brought, you and I both witnessed it at Road Atlanta.
Yeah. It's insane.
There was an insane amount of bagger, just Harley dudes there.
Yeah. I mean, the dudes there, we talked to dudes on the hill when we did our little hill pod thing.
Yeah.
And these guys, they were in leathers and stuff. We thought they were sport bike dudes, but they had literally just bought leathers so they could do a 2-up with Chris. They didn't even, and one guy we talked to, I believe, didn't even know there was racing. He just drove by and was like, "Oh, there's racing there,"
Yeah.
Like that's super weird. So, but seeing those baggers, generally speaking, the people that go to the baggers, they're there to see the baggers, but exposing them to other classes and superbike and things like that. Everybody we talked to on the hill was like, "Oh my God, I had no idea that's insane. Those guys are going that fast. Oh my God." So,
well, and it's improved. I remember when it first became a thing, most of the paddock were kind of upset because they were loud. They leaked oil on the track. They crashed all the time. They broke down. It slowed the show down, and they've kind of perfected them now to where they're turning some amazing freaking lap times. They're dependable. They're not breaking down.
I mean, they swap engines every session. Yeah, I mean, you got another. You just put another cassette in the, another round in the chamber, so to speak, and keep going, right?
Yeah, Daniel mentioned that the baggers don't want to do more rounds because of the engine expense. So, hooligans might be a bit more if they can get other brands involved and not have to worry about the Harley influx, because if they eliminate the Harley, because Harley's dominating, then you got Triumphs and Yamaha and all these other bikes that could compete, KTMs, and they'll all be more equal than having the Harleys out there. So
yeah. And truthfully, I'll say it. I still believe that nobody wants to see people learning how to race. So, I mean, I think, I'm sorry. I'm not going to, I mean, this is our show, right? We could say how we feel, right? Like, I don't think that anybody is interested in watching, a dozen people learn how to race on TV. I don't think that.
Oh, did you say BTR?
And I have BTR, yeah, dude. Like the BTR class should not be at a national platform. They should be like they should travel the club circuit and do like what what USGPRU used to do back in the day. The sidecars, they would go and
sidecars.
They'd piggyback off club weekend, and it would be a national series following different club rounds. I mean, that's what BTR should do. They shouldn't be on TV. Like, nobody wants to see.
BTR should follow Arma.
Dude. Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
100%. BTR should be a side race at Arma. It shouldn't be part of the national platform. It just shouldn't be. It's just not interesting. It's not interesting to watch people learn how to race. You want to watch that. I'd rather watch the kids learning how to race than, a bunch of adults. So that's just my opinion. Like it or not, tell me in the comments if I'm wrong or if you agree with me, whatever, right? I invite that. But I'm guessing most people feel the same way about that class.
If you want to watch that, come to a club race. Come to a club
100%.
race, and you're going to see novice. You're going to see some good experts running up front. You're going to see new people trying it. If that's where you're at, come to a club race. If you want to see the best of the best, then you need to go to a Moto America level where it is the best of the best.
Yeah, and
I'd be
if you
interested.
if you want to watch women race, dude, have you met Kayla Yakov? Holy
Right.
shit, she's actually fast.
Very fast.
She's a real racer, right?
And Ella.
Yeah, Ella Dreyer. You know who else?
Sonia Lloyd or
Thinking of Mal, right?
Mel Dobbs.
Mal Dobbs. You know, Mal Dobbs is a ripper too, dude. Like
Yes.
she's legit. You want to watch a female
Sure.
racer? There's actual real female racers there, and they're not learning how to race on TV.
Right.
So, yeah. Sorry, Brush Creek. Took me a minute to. I was like processing the Mal Dobbs name in my brain, and I was like, yeah. I usually call her something else, right? Yeah, but Mal Dobbs is a ripper, you know, like there's a lot, Ella, like there's a lot of people that are females that are rippers. If you want to watch them, talk to them. I mean, shit, Kayla was out at COTA last weekend coaching some people, man. Like,
Dude, she's legit.
Yeah, she is legit.
For sure.
So,
you know, I would be interested, and this is a pure, I can try to use a big word like a hypothesis, but an educated guess of the number of bikes sold, you know, in terms of Harleys, the cruiser type bike, that type stuff. There's probably triple the amount of riders of that style motorcycle, which would translate to more interest in that style of motorcycle being raced. When you look at our sport bike market now, I mean, Jesus, every day we drop a model. You know, they're like, oh, we're not gonna make an R6 anymore. We're not gonna do this because they're not selling. You know, it used to be the win on Sunday, sell on Monday analogy, and we don't have that anymore. People want to relate. They want to see something out on track that they can relate to. It's like and I'm not a NASCAR fan. I'm almost an enemy, but people relate to that because you drive a car every day. So it's cool to see that car on the racetrack doing what it's capable of. Guys that ride Harleys think it's cool to see those baggers and that type, or Indian, whatever brand you choose, to see that bike on the track. So, you know, I'm sure that dynamic factors into the things too, of like making more room for that. Just like you guys talking about the guys you talked to at Road Atlanta. I mean, they were probably there for that reason only, you know, is to see those bikes. So I don't know, where do we draw that line? I mean, you know, we got, it's a whole different generation.
Look at the dollar amount that Harley and Indian are putting into baggers racing. It's insane. Like that
bagger's probably more expensive than the attack bike.
No, they are 100%. They are. I mean, I heard numbers like 300K rolling around, and I'm like, dude, that's
insane.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we need sidecars. Bring sidecars.
Yeah, like TT style, the actual fast ones, like not the clubby ones that are, you know, you can go faster than that in your car, the crash truck. Yeah. Right. So.
They got some legit ones in Arma. Like,
do they?
It's like, there was
a sidecar series used to come to Chuckwalla when I was still running that series, and you know, there was a couple of fast ones, but for the most part, they were a bunch of clapped out hunks of turd that like had a body shell on them, but with the shell off, you could see the JB weld up close, and it's like, whoa.
Duct tape and zip ties holding it together.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a couple of those rolling around, but there's also a couple legit ones, and
they're
like.
Yeah, Summers is talking about those same people that used to come to WSMC as well. And I mean, some of them, you know, like the pointy end ones were kind of good, but man, a lot of them were kind of crap, you know. So Daniel Goodnight he's like, with the class talk, it's simple. If everyone is professional racing, then no one is a professional racer.
Words of wisdom.
I mean, I look at it like this, dude. We have club series, right? And then we have the national series. The national series is a professional series. It should be hard. But it also should be the professional riders and the talent in that series, the national series, should be getting paid. Right? If you're paying to be a pro, that sucks. Right? Yeah. Chicken, egg, you know. So I don't know what the answer is, but I mean, I see a lot of commentary on it, and it's like, wow, it's a lot of skies falling kind of commentary, but
Yeah.
You know, it's still there, you know, and the concerns that people are expressing are, I would say, pretty valid.
Yeah,
You know?
For sure.
Yeah. So,
well, I think it's time to get into the hottest topic of them all.
oh jeez, what would that be?
That would be how to spot a control rider that's a douchebag.
Okay.
Number one, if you question him on him coming to talk to you or her coming to talk to you, and they immediately get defensive and start touting off how fast they are and their lap times around the track, you know they're a douchebag.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you know, if they have a concern about you or something like that, and you ask them a question to be specific about it, and immediately it's like they automatically know more than you, and you know, they want to basically pound their chest about how much faster than you they are. Pretty much it's automatic they're a douchebag. I'd say the ones that are out on track and you're filming and they take you out. Like, who's been taken out by a control rider at a track day?
Yeah, to pipe up in the chat if you've been
dude.
taken out by a control rider. Definitely. I know that when I was control riding for N2, it was always, if you're out in novice or intermediate and you somehow crash, you better get that shirt off real quick, because we don't want people seeing our control riders in the dirt. So you better get that off.
Nick Einaj told me something back in the day at the champ school, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of club guys and stuff that are doing coaching and things like that at track days. And you know, and Berto and I actually talked about this when I had him on the show. Back in the day, we used to follow this guy, and you know, later on he had like one digit missing, you know. It's like, yeah, and we were listening to this guy, you know, like we thought this guy was super fast. We're like, man, that guy's fast. Let's listen to him, you know? And he was the biggest moron out there, right? And we were morons for listening to him, right? But it's like, you know, if you're taking coaching from a guy coaching and he can't ride and his arm's in a cast, not too impressive, you know?
No.
So
there's your sign for sure.
Did you do any control riding, Chris?
I have not done any control riding, just been the old track day guy. Had several interactions with control riders with, you know, questionable passes and things of that nature. So, you know, I mean, it's like, come on. Anyway, but yeah, I get it. I can pretty much identify a douche control rider pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, like I made this meme years ago, and you know, it's like the old Crowder change my mind coffee cup table thing.
Yeah.
You know, control riders are douchebag memes. And dude, I got so much hate from that, dude. There's these dudes from all over the country like, oh, F that guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm like, yeah, thanks for proving my point, buddy. You know,
you just did. Yeah, you're one of those, right?
Yeah, like I and truthfully, I mean, my guys, you know, I have a bunch of guys on my team too, and you know, we hate the term control rider so much we don't even use it. We have staff dudes.
That's what Sean just posted, that track days don't have control riders. We have teachers and coaches.
Yeah, we have staff dudes. Yeah.
We do coaches. My track day, we have coaches. That's it.
Well, I have some staff dudes that aren't coaches. You know, so I mean, there's coaches and then there's staff dudes, right? So
they're what do you call it? They're traffic control.
There you go. Yeah,
there you go.
100%.
For
yeah,
sure.
crowd control. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure everybody's just riding orderly.
Yeah, and you know, like I mean, our program's sponsored by Yamaha and stuff. So you know, our guys are riding these 2025 Yamahas around the track and using them to help steer people around and having a good time, you know. And what I see, and I see it all over the country, you know. some of the guys that are doing that position are kind of forgetting the reason why they're there in the first place. And
Absolutely.
and I get it. You're a local club racer guy, and you want to get as much track time as possible for the next round. But if you're there and you're wearing the jersey or whatever it is out on track, I got news for you, buddy. Your job is not that.
Right.
I'm sure the org probably provides you time to get some of that, but you're not there for that, dude. Like, if you want to ride around like that, you should just pay. You're there to and make sure everybody there has a good time. You're there to make sure that shit's going the right way, and you're pulling people off that aren't acting right.
Yeah, keeping it safe. Keeping it safe, and like you say, everybody having a good time. I've had
nobody's perfect.
Right. I've had what I say as a control rider versus I've had some uncontrolled riders try to help.
Yeah.
Did you ride the old Nesba track days?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. The old
Yeah.
Nesba days. Yeah. Good stuff.
The thing that's weird with me is when I go to other events around, I'm me. Like, I have the track day suit on. So sometimes it's like a target on my back, I mean, I've been to an org where like their control guys are just like sawing my front wheel off everywhere, and trying to stand me up on the entry of the corner. And it's like, yeah, whatever, bro. You go ahead and go. It's cool. I'm not scared. Like, you're not going to intimidate me, But at the same time, if they're doing that to me, what if I'd imagine they're doing that to other people too.
I'm sure.
So,
yeah.
And, it is what it is.
You have a predetermined feeling about somebody, and that you're imposing trying to impose your will upon them, which is not how you ride around a race track.
Right.
And that shows you the problem with them and their ego.
Right.
I mean, it's like they're trying to prove something to you. If you're
going back to ego too, our sport's full of it. Like, we're all a bunch of type A personality jerk faces anyway, right? So you got a bunch of type A personality dipshits, and then you've got one guy imposing an ego that he's got on top of your ego, and you're like, wait a minute, so yeah. Oh, look, Chunky Bun's in the chat. Yeah. Anyway,
that's Shane's wife.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
yeah. So yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's Jenga, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and one more thing. Just saw it on Instagram. The reason I wore this hat was because I saw Brandon Posh hanging out with Nate Kern in a BMW.
What? What's he gonna do with that?
No idea. I don't know.
Hopefully. I mean, that poor guy. I mean,
he had an unbranded Speedy suit on.
Did he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Breaking news.
Dude, that guy's a talented dude. I mean, I don't know if he's like the guy, but I mean, he's definitely a talented dude. I mean, look what he did on the Doritos bike.
Yep.
Yeah, I said Doritos.
Yeah.
That's only because we got a Southerner on tap, like Peggy Hill was a substitute teacher back in the day, so
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So the Doritos bike, he rode that thing and he did pretty well, right? So, I thought he was going to do that for the rest of the season, wasn't he?
I think so.
I thought it was a one.
He's only got 2 more rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 more rounds to go.
Yeah, the rest of the season, also known as 2 more rounds.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, COTA and Jersey, right?
Yep, that's it. So, well, awesome, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Grateful. Very thankful. Enjoy the conversation. Again, give a shout out to my peeps, Browntown Racing, Chase Brown, Reese Brown, David Brown.
Oh no, come on, you got to call him Doo-Doo.
Oh yeah, well, I'm trying to be professional and respectful.
Dude, this is our show, man.
Go.
Doo-Doo.
Everybody knows him as Doo-Doo Brown.
I don't have I'm used to Russell Mascar screaming, Brown Town, Brown Town.
Oh my God.
Don't have Russell around anymore. So got to give a shout out to Brandon Cole, Power Sports Supply. He takes care of me, hooks me up, helps a lot of people out in the paddock. So
Corey Ventura.
Oh yeah, some good dudes. That's right. So good stuff. Yeah, for sure. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, you know what, man? When are you out at the track next, Chris?
So I've got Road Atlanta this weekend. I'll be riding the Weir Southeast there at Road Atlanta, twins classes, and then I guess I'll be headed to Jersey with Browntown for Twins Cup, and hopefully Chase going to build off these top 5 and the momentum that he's got, and we got to get him on the box. He's close. He was like 4/10 off the lap record at VIR and still finished 5th. I mean, he was running 4th during practice and qualifying, but we're close, dude. We're right there. So working towards that. So, yep, that's my next stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. How about you, Ricky Bobby?
Drag Day is coming up in less than a month. Pretty stoked about that. So,
talk about it.
Get this one part, thanks to Skip Chance for getting me Jason Waters' dash so I could load it on my AIM so I could actually see the data when we're almost ready to do the dyno on my bike. So I was able to load. I got the dash all loaded up on my computer, so now I got to go load it on my bike, and then and then I just need this one piece manufacturer that I called Yosef about. He was like, probably not going to happen.
Like,
got
dude, those attack boys are busy. You know, those guys were the last 2 days at Medium Club.
Well, and I told him, I said, look, if I get this thing made, I will show what it does and everything, and then if we get enough people that are going to want to buy that solution, they can remake the 675 with this new piece and have the thin rod, and might be able to actually make a round of like 50 or whatever. So I was like, I'll help you out.
That Triumph thing, you know, I mean, Attack is so busy, dude. Like,
I know.
I mean, they were, you know, Richard's on the road today, and you know, they were out at Podium Club. I think Bobby did like, I don't know, 130 laps or something the last 2 days.
Laps.
The guy is an absolute machine.
It's a beast.
I think that's more laps than Ben Smith's done all season.
Oh.
Too soon?
He's our boy too. Come on.
I know. Yes, I know. I only said that because I know he watches this crap. So, you know, but they were testing some stuff. I don't think I'm at the liberty to say what they were testing, but it's pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. And then, you know, obviously they're getting ready for COTA. For me, I'm back on the road in a couple of days. I'm headed to Monterey. Friday, Saturday, we're at Laguna Seca, 103 decibels this weekend. Yeah, so the teeth will be out. Fun will be had. Wheelies off the corkscrew, you know, wheelies down the straightaway. You know the deal, right? It's a good time. And then next month, probably right around your track day, I have another one at the circuit. So
nice.
Button Willow Circuit, that new racetrack there.
Yep.
Chris, I don't know if you've heard, but man, Button Willow out here built a new racetrack, and it's epic, dude. It's so fast and flowing and up and down, and you know, especially since all in turn one's gone. You know?
Yeah.
And by the way, no shit, like today I went and checked the mail at that TrackDaz box, and I got a thank you note from the Road Racing World Action Fund for the fundraiser track day donation that we made to the air fence a few months ago. So I was like, oh, look at that. Isn't that nice?
You're repairing broken relationships.
Dude, there's no dude. We've already put the drywall on it, bro. Like, it's already got a skin coat on its paint. We're paint ready now, dude.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
drywall repair has been made.
Awesome.
Right?
Here.
Yeah. So like, I got a cool Action Fund sticker that I don't know. Should I give it away to somebody or should I put it
right next to the
next to the circuit map?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the circuit. By the way, a fan of the show and a friend of the show also made that on his 3D.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah.
Do you guys know who Josh Merrill is?
Yeah, of course. Chloe's
Yeah.
arm candy.
Yeah, Josh Merrill made that. So I thought that was
Josh
cool.
works on JD's bike.
And G over there says it looks like gratin. Bro, it's not gratin, you know. The circuit is definitely not gratin, dude. I think it looks like a wheelbarrow, kind of. I don't know.
Good.
Does look like a human animal,
right? Anyway,
awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining the show. Really appreciate all the comments in the chat. We had a lively chat. We had a great discussion.
Yeah.
And look forward to the next one. I think we got another doubleheader with Barcelona and Misano, the unveiling of the V4 at Misano. So very looking forward to that one. So that's
that's the one thing we didn't talk about on the silly season stuff, but we'll catch that on the next one. I'm curious if we're going to get to hear how that thing sounds too.
Yeah,
like
ought to be wicked.
Oh, I want to hear that thing.
Yeah. So well, anyway, dude, good chat, Chris. Nice to meet you and chat you up. You know, always dig the sweet tea, folks.
You'll see him in Jersey.
We're good.
Oh, yeah?
We're good people. We're good people down in the
South. Like you know, John Bolton is like my sweet tea guy. You know, like he's another North Carolina weirdo.
Wait a minute. You said another weirdo. He's implying I'm a weirdo. I'm hurt.
Yeah,
no,
exactly. Hello.
You leave my guy alone, right?
Yeah, dude. Like we're all weirdos. You're just a weirdo from North Carolina. Like drink sweet tea.
Point
taken. Like unironically drink sweet tea. Right? Yeah. All right. Well, you know, appreciate the viewership. Thanks for everybody in the chat chiming in and throwing your opinion down on the stock 1000 thing. And you know, obviously thanks to Jeremy Toy for the colorful answer as always. And please, if you like this stuff, if you hate it, if you like what we're saying, mash the button. Tell us in the comments afterwards. Like, subscribe, share, and all that junk. And I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.
And we're out.